Hello everyone, this is Isaac from IlluminatiWatcher.com. I just saw some images from W Magazine of a photo shoot with Rihanna. And in this magazine, there are symbols that we've been talking about for years on IlluminatiWatcher.com. And what it is a continuation of the worship of this evil, sinister archetype from hundreds of years ago. And I'll explain more as to why I say that. But this is the same idea we've been talking about for years. It's this idea that entertainment and pop culture, they are inundating our society with these symbols and messages. And what it's doing, it's building this kind of vortex or force field of whatever you want to call it. It's an energy field they're creating with these symbols. And these symbols take effect on the subconscious of the listener. I know it sounds very strange, very abstract concept, but Carl Jung and other psychoanalysts have talked about this for years. This idea of archaic remnants found in theosophy or, the collective unconsciousness, whatever you want to call it. They're trying to tap into a certain energy, and this is why we see these symbols. Now, the Rihanna magazine article, it's called Rihanna, the Baddest Bitch of the Post-Apocalypse. We've seen this apocalyptic imagery because they want us to see how the end times will be. Strangely enough, we saw Rihanna in another post-apocalyptic video called Run This Town with Kanye West and Jay-Z. And on the behind-the-scenes footage of that video, Jay-Z was wearing an Aleister Crowley shirt that said, "Do what thou wilt." This is the motto of Thelema, and anyone who's followed IlluminatiWatcher.com or many other theorists, they already know about the British occultist named Aleister Crowley and how he played a role of ushering this new age of Aeon of Horus, he called it. It was a new age of the crown and conquering child. It's an age of magical self-expression. Now, when we talk about magic, we're talking about a practitioner who uses ceremonial magic or rituals in order to change the universe according to their will. This is the Illuminati using symbols to, affect the subconscious, the collective unconsciousness, and change the universe according to their will and their desires. So first, we see Rihanna on the one image showing us the all-seeing eye of Horus. We've talked about this many times in the past. I don't need to continue to go down that path. You've probably already heard it. I've got an entire video devoted to it in the Decoding Illuminati Symbolism series of the all-seeing eye. So here we see it again. It's on the left eye, the moon eye. We also see in her lips a diamond. Now the diamond on the mouth, that is the sign of programming of MK Ultra. In Kathy O'Brien's Transformation of America book, she details her time spent as a victim of this MK Ultra mind control program. And that MK Ultra program had a sub-project called Project Monarch. I detailed this in my hip-hop conspiracy book, Sacrifice Magic Behind the Mic, where I talk about the MK Ultra program that ran from the 1950s to the 70s, and then the CIA tried to destroy all the documentation of it, and in the late 70s there was a Senate hearing about it, and allegedly it went underground further under different names, like, for example, MK Search. So when we see this diamond, particularly in the mouth, that tells us that the victim is a sex slave or a sex kitten to the Illuminati. They use these women for sexual gratification or sex magic rituals. We see this symbol oftentimes with celebrities and entertainers, some of which have already been through their own traumatic public meltdowns. And Rihanna also has some diamond symbolism besides this W magazine. She has the song called Diamond, and then we've also seen the rock diamond from her. Again, this is a symbol with covert and sinister magical intentions. I talk about that in Sacrifice Magic Behind the Mic. Another interesting photo that we see of Rihanna is her portraying the whore of Babylon. Now, when I talk about her being a whore, I'm not talking about it in the negative way that our society takes it as, because as most of you already know, I'm not one to be sexist or bigoted or racist. We're not talking about that. I would never call a woman a whore. I think that is also a social programming tool to create divisiveness, where we're led to believe women cannot do the same sexual activities that men can do. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the Scarlet Woman, or the Babylon whore from the Bible, from the book of Revelations. Now, this whore of Babylon is a reference to a female embodiment of evil, or perhaps an evil place, as some people believe it to mean. Either way, it's a place filled with evil, or possibly the Antichrist himself. Now, going back to occultist Aleister Crowley, he was always in pursuit of this Scarlet Woman. That's why he was married and divorced several times. I want to say it was 6 or 7 times. He believed he found his Scarlet Woman. He would use them for his magic and ceremonial rituals, such as mixing bodily fluids to create magical energy. His first Scarlet Woman was Rose Kelly, and she channeled the spirit of Horus, which led him to find his holy guardian angel Aiwass, which is the spirit that channeled to him the Book of the Law, which formed his Thelema religion. Crowley and these other occultists also talked about procreating with the Scarlet Woman, or the Whore of Babylon, similar to Jack Parsons and L. Ron Hubbard. They talk about bringing about the Moon Child. This is symbolic of birthing in the new age of mankind, or the occult rituals such as we see in Rosemary's Baby. Other faiths have claimed that Babylon is actually a reference to the pagan Roman Empire, or the Roman Catholic Church, or possibly America itself. Now, I find this curious because the symbolism that we see from the most famous celebrities suggests that that might be true. If you take a look at the light rays emanating from the Statue of Liberty's head, you can see that this is another reference to the ancient Mesopotamian goddess of Semiramis, which is also a reference to the Whore of Babylon. We can see the connections here where pagans and occultists worship this deity and its light bearing, which is symbolized by the headdress and the torch, because this is the same symbolism of Prometheus, or the fallen angel of Lucifer, who they believe bestows their light upon mankind. So when we see Rihanna in the post-apocalyptic land with the same headdress, we know that they are referencing the actual Whore of Babylon. In conclusion, what do I think about this? Why are the fashion industry symbols showing us this stuff? Are they trying to say they are part of the Illuminati? Are they possibly evoking energies from another dimension? I believe this to be so. I think that they are trying to tap into the subconscious stream of ancient evil energy, and if they can make it alluring and have other people emulate this, they can build up a concentration, a focused energy towards channeling these spirits. To me, it seems like they are seeking contact with these extraterrestrial demons, these entities, to somehow prove to their masters and creators that their occult beliefs of magic is indeed working. They think that once they can make contact with these gods and goddesses, that they can be given powers and gifts that the entities will give to them. I want to thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I've got many more videos just like this one. You can go to IlluminatiWatcher.com. I've got a free email sign up where I'll walk you through the archives and the history of the last few years of symbolism just like this. Thank you much.